Okay, dear students, we're going to talk about social adaptability. Social adaptability is a quality which is seen by your stories, is seen in your behavior, is verified in your nature. सोशल एडेप्टेबिलिटी मतलब समाज में किस तरह आप अपने आप को ढाल पाते हैं. बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आप अच्छे से ढालें अपने आप को. एंड बिकॉज अगर आप नेतृत्व करना चाहते हैं तो जब तक समूह से जुड़ेंगे नहीं, समूह में अपना विलय नहीं करेंगे तो कैसे आप उसके हिस्सा बनेंगे. नेतृत्व के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है. इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर लीडरशिप. नाउ सोशल एडेप्टेबिलिटी, everybody goes through a stage when he or she comes out from their home and they come to the society. And when they come to the society, they get all kind of characters. Bullies, cunning characters, clever characters, nonsense characters, everybody they come across. And when they come across these different people, they learn to adapt. They learn to be aware of a snake personality. They learn to be aware of being a lion or a jackal. They tend to identify, they tend to live, learn to make friendship with elephants or the other people who are wise and good, and thus they become a part of the society. ये आपके स्कूल से शुरू हो जाता है, आपके नेबरहुड पड़ोस में आप सीखते हो, परिवार में आप सीखते हो. सोशल एडेप्टेबिलिटी आपका हिस्सा होता है. और आप कभी भी जिन लोगों को अच्छी सोशल एडेप्टेबिलिटी आ जाती है, the people who really have good social adaptability, they have no problem in adjusting to any place, anytime, anywhere. They are able to really do well with them. And this is very important. You know, if you cannot adjust to the society, how can you lead them? You have to connect with them. Now, there are people who have written stories differently. As we were talking about stories, we will talk about Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, which have written. There's one boy who has written Alpha, which, as I told you, is a selected officer. Not disclosing the name, but remember. Now, this boy who's already been recommended wrote a story about a village development officer. When he goes for a new posting, he goes and mixes with people. He goes to different places, have tea with them, eats with them, identifies their day-to-day problem, and by doing this he comes to know the genuine problems, and thereafter using the government resources rightly he solves one by one every problem. Very beautiful. When you identify, you can do it better. So that's exactly what the person has done, shown that he has adapted and thereafter done. Similarly, Bravo has written a story in which he has written about how he goes down to a place. Again, here also how he goes down to different school, how he adjusts to different school, and how he makes friend and then he becomes friend. Now, particularly defense ward children and many girls who have been part and parcel of a defense family, when they go to new places, they have challenges. They have to make new friends every time. हर 1.5-2 साल में उनको नए दोस्त बनाने पड़ते हैं क्योंकि जगह बदल जाती है, स्कूल बदल जाता है. This was a challenge which I also faced. I had to learn and I had to adapt myself. And initially 15 days or 20 days of the schooling, we generally are friend free. We don't have any friend much. But over the period, we make friends, don't we? We get, but that is not genuine friendship. After 15 days, we develop genuine friendship. When friends start coming to our home and they're mixing, that happens. And that is the beauty. But we adapt. At least I adapted, and I know of n number of friends of mine who are also presently, some of them retiring as a senior colonel because they extended their stay. Somebody has become brigadier, one has already become a major general. All these people had also adapted themselves. So when they adapt themselves in the stage, they do well. Is it clear? Yes or no? Now here I want to tell you something. The record officers have written about the officers who adapted themselves. They came down, they not only improved the langar, that is the mess where the soldiers eat, but they also participated in eating. They took part. Now these kind of stories, they've shown that they show that they liked it. And when you like something, you will do it. So they also said that they liked the officers' behavior and they completed that. So that is the same thing. So they showed that they have social adaptability. They have tendency to understand. They went to a new place. Now in the awareness, there is a person who has gone to one place. He has written, I think this is the same story of the Bravo, also another one, where he has shown that they have gone to a new place, then they realize that the villagers have a different language. So they changed their entire thing into their language. उनकी भाषा में उनको तब्दील किया. And they found that in the village everybody is looking oddly at their pant and shirt. तो उन्होंने उनकी ड्रेस पहनी. अब ये जो अपने आप को आप देखते हैं कई बार प्रधानमंत्री या अन्य कोई जन विशेष कोई जगह जाता है तो वहाँ की ड्रेस पहनते हैं, तो वो दिखाना क्या चाहते हैं कि हम आप ही के एक हिस्से. तो जब आप उनके हिस्से बनते हैं तो वो आपको आपसे जुड़ते हैं. दैट इज लीडरशिप. एंड दिस कम्स and in story it comes like this, where you have this sense of understanding that you don't have to keep yourself as a very odd fellow, but you have to mix with them. इसी तरह ग्रुप में आप रहते हैं तो आप खाने पीने की शिकायत नहीं करते. Eat whatever you get. If you have problem of some eating material, you take little from the canteen. Take whatever is palatable to you. But generally the food in the mess is good enough to be eaten and to be managed. Now if you overeat, that's a different issue. Public food is generally not as good as a mother's food, but then it is important. Now if you don't have adaptation for that, you have a problem. So ये चीज आपकी stories और ये सब में भी इन्होंने अलग अलग तरीके से लिखा है, और आप भी लिख सकते हैं किस तरह आपने वहाँ पे डाला और किस तरह किया. I remember of one boy who tried to say that when he went to Assam, and there is a person who became an officer, and when he went to Assam, क्योंकि उसका elder brother भी था उसमें, तो उसने देखा था अपने भाई को how he does it. So he went into Assam. Then he not only made friends locally, talked to few people, called them in limited ways, and thus he became friendly to the place. He traveled few places, and as a result of his this friendly nature, many of the people gave him necessary inputs which was very important for the armed forces, and this helped them to secure their armed forces unit. बिल्कुल अच्छी स्टोरी थी, और इसमें adaptation भी दिख रहा है, intelligence भी दिख रहा है. So any quality, whenever you write in a story, there are few other qualities also coming up. So I hope you understand. By this social adaptability आप प्रकट कर सकते हैं किस तरह अपने आप को आपने डाला, how you adjust, and you should adjust even in the SSB board stay. When you stay there in service selection center, you should not have too much problems. You should adjust, make good friends, and become adjusted to it. Don't be critical. Is it clear? Okay, thank you very much. Jai Hind.